myself. So we're going to get started on time. It's 7 o'clock exactly, so we're going to do an on-time drawing because you guys are all here on time, which we thank you very much for. So get your little raffle tickets out.
The first winner of the evening is 441139.
441139. And you can go pick. Hello, where's the Scentsy Spirit? Who is it?
441139. Oh, it's me.
So you get to go over there and pick one of those little prizes right there that are wrapped up. Yeah, those right there. Awesome. Okay. So we've got lots to cover. I just want to say thank you guys for coming. We are going to try and make our meetings super duper fun, and they're going to be like so fun they're going to get tapped. So just spread the word how fun they are. Tonight, I'm going to go ahead and let you know real quick. There's a table over there, so when we break out into our little breakout sessions, you can go check it out. But all the directors brought samples of their hostess packets that they use. So you're welcome to go over, take pictures, write things down. If there's things that you think you might like to use or that might work for you, you're welcome to take those ideas. And we will have a themed type table like that at every meeting. So just be prepared to take pictures or write it down. We want to, I'm not going to introduce the speaker or the trainer yet. So, all right, who's registered for convention? Awesome! Who wants to register for convention? Okay, it's not too late. We still have a month and a half, 2 months. Just a really big plug for convention. I don't know if you guys have been looking at what's going to be going on, but it is Scentsy's 10-year anniversary, and we are super, super excited. So they have gone all out, and it's going to be amazing. They have Train coming to be their Wednesday night, their Grammy Award-winning Train to be their Wednesday night. Entertainment, they have, for Friday night, they have Jim Gaffigan and DJ Ravi I can't remember his name, but anyways, he was there last year and he was awesome. So they have him for the after party, which is going to be really fun. And then for directors and above, they have Sarah Bareilles coming and doing a concert on Tuesday night. So this is going to be a convention you are not going to want to miss. If you can figure out a way to share costs and get there, highly recommend it. It's going to be a boost for your business, for your energy, your morale, everything. It's going to be fantastic. And I'm sorry I'm talking really fast. Does anybody have any questions about convention? If I don't know the answer, I can try to find out. But
can we share what Orville posted yesterday about the pinch yourself?
I would say yes, because he posted about joining. So I would say that was meant.
Yeah, let me find it real quick.
When the CEO of the company, the owner of the company, puts a plug on Facebook that says what Becky's going to read, I think everybody needs to pay attention.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking. I don't know if I can pull it up real quick. Was it on the Superstar page?
No, it was on Directions. I think I have it.
Okay, so sorry, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm sure. It was pretty cool. It's been shared. Oh, you have it? Oh, sweet. Okay, so it says #prediction. If you register for #Scentsy Family Reunion 2014 by midnight tonight, which was last night, but still not too late, 4 months from now you will pinch yourself. If not, you'll kick yourself. Even if you don't sell Scentsy yet, pick a sponsor, get signed up, and come. Birth, first kiss, marriage, baby's birth, Scentsy Family Reunion 2014 equals similar, can't miss event. So he's pretty excited, and there's just first kiss. I don't understand that. I already have mine.
It's all the events you need to show up for.
Oh, it's
you
all
need
the
to be there for.
You need to be there.
Yeah. This equals in importance.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have any idea what a big, Skims, bare minimum, what it would cost for you to go?
Well, registration is $250. I have
that's
not.
if they want all of the.
Oh, yes.
And that's if you want all of the giveaways.
The giveaways. You can go for $125.
Yeah.
Right. So if you don't want the giveaways, you can go for $125, experience everything. But your giveaways are gonna be way in excess of $200.
You don't get to go to the concert and those kind of things either though, right?
Yeah, you do. It's just
Yeah.
excluding the
I think it's just
giveaways.
excluding the giveaways. If you're paying $125, I think you do get to go to the concerts and stuff. So $125 for registration. If you can find 4 to 6 people to share a hotel room with, that's gonna cut your cost. I don't know what those are right now. If anybody else.
They're all gone anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, you can find local, yeah. There's a way to do it. And then, I haven't checked into airfare. Has anybody looked into airfare from here yet?
I was just looking today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, it's about Southwest, depending on when you wanna go, I'm taking off, I think Tuesday morning, crack of dawn, so I can have a day there.
Right,
And I'm leaving Saturday morning really early, and it's gonna run me like $489.
yeah.
So,
That's not
That's
bad.
really not bad when you get 2 bags free to
Yeah,
fly
and
and all
you're going to
that,
Indianapolis,
so,
yeah.
yeah,
So
So
5,
that's where
6,
you
7.
fly into Indy?
Indianapolis is where, or.
St.
no,
Louis.
St. Louis.
Missouri. Last year was
No, we're
Missouri.
Last year. St.
And then
Louis.
you drive.
Yeah, St. Louis. So you run probably about $800 to $1,000, $800 to $1,000.
Shuttles, $30
From the
But it
hotel.
is a business write-off.
Yes.
You got to the airport.
So you have to have the money.
Right.
You have to have the money to do it.
And
They do a payment plan too, so Sell Scentsy use that money specifically for a convention,
The
but
first
still
down
have time
payment's
to do it.
$50, I think.
So first down is 50. Yeah, so, do everything you can to do it. I mean, yeah, and I totally understand not everybody can. It's not in everybody's realm of possibilities, but if you can, really try. Okay.
Have a yard sale, have a party.
Yeah, yard sale,
sidewalk
party.
sales. get
Hawk all your
together
husband's
for it.
favorite things.
That's right, sell your husbands and everything. Okay, so now we're gonna do something new each meeting too. We're gonna let you get to know the directors a little bit better, and we're going to do, we're calling it director share. We're gonna share our stories with you. And this is something that you can do at parties. That we learned this from from leadership. And this lady takes this little box or her little story with her wherever she goes to all of her parties, so that she can make an emotional connection to the people there. So we're going to let Christy Persucha do her little story and tell a little bit about herself, and then we will go forward from there.
And you're all going to be tested on how to spell her name.
And never fail.
Wait a minute, there are some
Yes.
unfair advantages to being already. I have 2 members here.
Yeah.
So, okay, I have to tell you, I'm not polished on this. It's a new thing, and I'm kind of nervous, but I'm really excited to share. But I'm going to cry, so, because that's
Just tissue
what
anywhere.
Scentsy does. Scentsy makes it so you cry. I will probably need some tissue.
You should
so.
put one in your box. Then
That should be something in all of our boxes.
I can get you some toilet paper.
Just have it ready on hand. First of all, I'm going to start with my why. And all of you that have been around a while, you know how important your why really, really is. And if you're like me, your why changes, and it can change pretty fast. So when I first joined Scentsy, I joined because I had a $1,000 party, maybe $1,100, and I decided that I wanted them for myself. So thank you. I knew I could do the math and figure out if I spent $99 on a kit, and I had a $200 commission check, that was $99 in my pocket. So, but my very first why was anybody else? My first why was to make $100. So shortly after that, I kind of dug in the workstation a little bit. I don't know why I wasn't interested in selling anything. I used to sell one other product, and I decided I was never going to sell anything again. If I did, it would be that product because I believed in that company, but I didn't want to sell anything. So I was digging around in the workstation and realized I had some points for an incentive trip, and I had a lot. So my second why became earning a trip to Cancun. So I have these cute little flip-flops that say Scentsy. I got to walk in the sand. So I earned the trip to Cancun, sat down and didn't do anything for 3 months. I'm like, that's all I wanted. I don't want anything else with this. Yeah, I'm not going to sell anything. Went to Cancun, met Orville and Heidi, met so many awesome friends. Casie is one of them. Becky, so many friends. Stop it, I don't want to cry yet. It's not scripted to cry yet. Not scripted to cry yet. So went to Cancun, met Orville and Heidi and so many people, and my husband and I decided that we were going to take a leap and we were going to go to convention. Convention was in Boise that year. and decided we were going to go to convention. And at convention, I decided, my husband and I talked about it, we decided that we were going to do this. We were going to tackle it. My husband hates direct sales, hates multi-level, believes it's all a scam, and he was convinced. And we decided we were going to take off with this. And since that time, several things have happened. One, the next trip, which was to go to Banff. I encourage you guys to look at this. If you've never thought about going to Banff, trust me, it's worth it. When they announced Banff as an incentive trip, I said, why would I go to Banff? And then I realized, why not go somewhere for free? I would never pay to go. Well, I will tell you, I would pay to go back over and over. It was incredible. So we earned a trip to Banff, and while in Banff, I got to take my water bottle and dip it down into the glacier and drink glacier water. How many of you have done that before? Really? Were you in Banff too? Yes, she was. I've gotten to go to Alaska. I like to buy books from places that I've been. This one was a gift from Scentsy. But did you go to Alaska? Of course you did. We zip-lined in Alaska. Did you get a book or did I buy it?
And you bought that.
I bought it, okay. So we went to Alaska where I did get to zip-line. I've been to Boston. How many of you have toured Fenway Park? How many of you have eaten on Red Sox dinnerware china? Save 2 hands. Isn't that crazy? This is the crowd I hang out with. I've been to Hawaii twice, where I've gotten to zip line again. I like to zip line wherever I go. And I've gotten to take surfing lessons, and I've gotten to take my first helicopter ride touring the island, and gotten to see the lava flowing through whatever volcano that is. Thanks for recording this. So I've been to Hawaii twice. But one of the highlights of our trip was actually going, I love stuff on your desk, going to Disney and taking my daughter for the first time on a Scentsy paid vacation. Now I'm going to tell you this, and there are many of you in this room that would agree with me. How many of you take vacations? How many of you look at better cut corners on the motel? Gonna cut corners on the motel. Maybe we don't get to do this because it's not in our budget. We get to do different things. There's a lot of financial decisions that affect a family vacation. But when you all go on a vacation with Scentsy, the sky is the limit. Scentsy vacations me in a way I would never pay to vacation myself. And on our Disney trip, we had a private dinner show, a full stage show with all the princesses and Tarzan and Jane. He was really cute, by the way. And just a great stage show that was top-notch private. And back when we got back into our hotel room, my daughter actually had a "To Haley, hope you had a great time, love Mickey" autographed picture from Mickey. And it was just an amazing trip. Now you probably figured out one of my whys is to live life in a way that I could never live it on my own budget, right? That's one of my whys. Another thing with Scentsy is I've gotten a lot of this. Applause. How many of you guys get somebody to clap when you do laundry? How about at work, at your job? People clap? Well, we get recognition all the time with Scentsy, and we're glad you're here because we want to eventually recognize you for the things that you're doing in your business as well. But my biggest why.
Oh, here come the tears.
Get the tissues. Anybody else need one?
Take the pictures. Is the love. I fell in love with the company. I fell in love with the owners. And I fell in love with so many people in this room. And you guys have changed my life. And you are a huge, huge part of my life. And I want to thank you for being in my life.
My end all why is, I don't know, how many of you know my husband? How many of you know he's 10 years younger than me? This year I will turn 49, and my husband's 10 years younger than me. So we've talked that maybe I could retire when I'm 55. Do you know that means my husband would have to work 20 years past the time that I would retire? So my why is to have him retire with me. So my why involves a lot of these, but green. Okay, but I want you to know none of this would have ever happened without this. Believing in the company, believing in the product that you sell, and believing in yourself. How many of you doubt yourselves? I doubt myself still every day. So what I want you to do is we're going to pass this around. How many like to take selfies?
Oh, we all love selfies. Come on.
I want everybody to take a picture of yourself with this word, put it on Facebook. Wait, you I want you to say, I choose Scentsy and I believe in myself.
Hashtag I choose Scentsy.
Hashtag I believe in myself. Hashtag I can do this. Whatever speaks to you. I want you to take a selfie and I want you to put it on Facebook tonight. And we're going to give this away tonight. So somebody's going to actually take this home. Okay?
So sometime during the night, everybody has to pass this around and take a picture.
That's right. So anyway, that's my wife.
Which way is my flash? Do we want to get something away?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so now we are going to do some recognition.
Oh, just the money. She's throwing her money
Ooh, it's
around.
right here. Free money!
I wonder if they'd still take it.
So we want to recognize you guys for all of your hard work. So we are going to pick something different pretty much every week, things to recognize. So this is you claiming it. So we're going to say something and then we want you to claim if that's
We're
you or
not
not.
doing it every week, every month is when we're gonna do it.
I don't think I can do it every week. Every month, once a month, okay, at our meeting. So go ahead. You
Okay, the first, and I'm lucky that I get to be over this because this is just
This is
what
how
I
awesome
do. I love it. But if this is your very first meeting, we want you to stand up. And I'm so happy. Today, I'm going to meet 4, 5, 6 of you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So this is
seven.
just
One
seven.
back.
Yeah, pretend she's standing.
This just says, welcome, we are so glad you popped over to the team meeting. So,
Yay.
thank you so much for coming. I hope
Welcome.
you enjoy it, and I hope you come back. You're very welcome. And one more back here. There you go. Yeah, you bet. Okay. The next recognition that we're going to do is
This is directors too.
this because this was hard. I had a hard time doing it, but every year at convention, Scentsy introduces a new incentive trip, and usually runs from July.
August.
Okay, August
To the end of January.
to the end of January, and a lot of points are involved in that, and a lot of points are included with your sales, with recruiting, promoting, getting people on your team to promote or helping them promote. So it was a really tough one this year, I thought. This year's incentive trip, the top 100 earners get to go to Greece. The next, was it 1,200, 1,250, 1,700?
1,700.
Are going to Bahamas, see how we help each other, because I don't know everything. And then they also have included Missouri convention or family reunion as part of the incentive trip too. So a lot of people have earned that. And so tonight I want to recognize those people that have earned the incentive trip. So if you've earned it, you could stand up, or if you're a director, you can raise your hand.
Anybody earn the incentive?
Nice job.
So, and I do want to put a plug out there to how amazing and wonderful Orville and Heidi are.
Do you want the pink or the green?
Pink.
Okay. My ink ran out. I was so mad.
Let me put the tag. You're
And
super.
great.
Okay, so I just want to say, I don't know if you've seen on Facebook what Orville and Heidi had done, but the incentive for for family reunion was so popular that they had to open up extra spots so that anybody that earned the incentive trip could go, which left openings at the Bahamas incentive, because people would rather go to the reunion than the Bahamas. And so what they did is they took They started calling those and emailing those who had barely missed earning the trip, the points, and invited them to go. So that's how generous they are. Instead of saying, nope, we're just going to leave it at that and not pay for those extra people, they invited those that were so close to go. So that's just how generous these amazing people are. Anyways, I love them. They're dear to my heart.
Yeah. And then the last one, the last team members that we want to recognize are those of you that joined in January that earned the Shooting Star Award. And if you don't know what the Shooting Star Award is, it is within the first 15 days of joining, you sell $500. You qualify to earn the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit. And in January of this year, if you joined in January and earned that, you got it for free. So if you achieved that goal in January and you're here, if you would stand up, I have something for you.
Congratulations.
I think more of you should. I have a lot of extras. I'll find something else to do with these now. But congratulations, that's a huge accomplishment. Good job, girls.
And you earned it for free. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very good. So next month we'll have just other random ones. You never know if you're going to get an award at the team meeting. So just keep working hard and you'll be surprised. Yeah, different every month. So
awesome. Okay. So now we're going to do a few door prizes. Lisa, you're on. So get your tickets out. And there will be a chance for you to earn more tickets during the training if you participate and going. So, no worries.
441138.
Woo! Scentsibility! Come on up, Scentsibility. We'll pick from our little table over there. Let's do two more.
Two more.
Over there.
441128.
Oh, that's me. Woo! There's some way cute stuff over there, too. Awesome. Okay, one more.
One more. 441137.
Fantastic. Okay. So now I am going to introduce our awesome trainer for this evening. And when I say awesome, that's like an understatement. Casie Stevenson is dear and near to my heart. She is a superstar director, and she is celebrating her 8-year anniversary with Scentsy on March 17th. She is amazing. She's an amazing leader, mentor, friend, person, and she is a wealth of information in her brain. So don't let her talk herself down. So I'm going to let her tell a little bit more about herself and turn the time over to her.
well, they're picking their stuff. I just have to do something funny. So, Christy, can you come up here? She's gonna love me for this. I love this display. Thank you for putting it up. But I just have to do this because I need you to stand in front of the mirror. Who remembers SNL? Stop down. Say, I'm good enough.
I'm good enough.
I'm smart enough.
I'm smart enough.
And doggone it, like me.
And doggone it, people like me.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it if you want. I was sitting back there and I'm like, okay, that totally needs to be done. And I'm like, I love SNL. It's actually getting better again a little bit, so it's good. But I'm also glad that there's a chair because I don't like standing up.
We can bump you up.
Would you like to be pumped
Yes.
up?
I actually enjoy doing this, so.
Yes, we played with it earlier today.
That's
Tell me when to stop.
awesome.
Okay.
That's good. Actually, kind of like this. No, it'll be okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but I've been pretty stressed about this all week. I think probably one, because I've had a lot of things going on. My daughter's home from college and she's home on spring break, and I've just kind of been busy with all of that too, but then just to kind of wrap my head around what I wanted to say and what I wanted to teach you guys about tonight has just been on my mind, and I haven't been able to really get it out of my mind, so I'm just hoping that it'll come out tonight, just whenever it wants to. So I'll just briefly tell you a little bit about myself. I joined Scentsy in 2006, so on Monday that'll be 8 years. I'm so excited, and I'm so happy that it's on St. Patrick's Day. I call it my lucky day, and it is. And so it's been a real blessing in my life. And I initially started just because I liked the product. I babysat for 15 years, which is part of my story, and I don't want to bore you with all of it, but just the low rundown on it. 15 years I babysat in my home so I could stay home with my kids. And I came across Scentsy as a gift from one of the moms that I babysat for. And I put it under the cupboard for like a full year, and I was like, okay, what is this? Okay, thank you. And put it under my cupboard. And a year later she did a book party, and she asked if I wanted to order something, so I said, oh, I better pull that out and try it and see if I like it, see if I can order, so I know what to order. And when I did that, I fell in love with it. I hated the way my house smelled with babysitting kids. It smelled like macaroni and cheese and hot dogs and dirty diapers and throw up. It was just always full of kids and a really fun place to be, but I always wanted my house to smell good. That when somebody walked in, it would smell really nice. And so when I plugged it in, I was in awe. I was like, wow. Called the number on the box and talked to Orville. He answered the phone. So I talked to him, and we talked for a little bit, and he says, come to the office and we'll chat more. And I go, okay. So I loaded kids in the car, whoever was with me, I don't remember who it was, but loaded them to Scentsy's warehouse, which was just down the road here a little bit.
Oh, yeah, the first one.
Yeah, it was the first one over there. With the blue roof, yeah. Walked in, I think, Cheryl, were you there?
Probably.
Do you remember? I remember, I think you were there.
Really?
But I walked in and nobody was at the desk. I'm like, hello? Hello? Anyone here? Nothing. No answer. I'm like, what's going on? I look to their left and there's a room full of packing peanuts and cardboard boxes. And I'm like, heck, okay. And they go, come on back, we're back here. And so I went back there where they're all pouring by hand, Alice, and they're all pouring by hand. The waxes for us, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. And Orville and I sat down for a couple, maybe like 45 minutes, an hour, hour and a half even, and sat and talked. And he said, you should just think about doing this. Okay, I'll think about it. And went on my way. Before I could even get home, I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I wanted to do it for, couldn't even tell you the reason. I just knew that it was something I wanted to do. And it eventually grew into something that I could do to get me out of babysitting and to help me grow as a person, as a mom, as a woman. And it's something that I'll never, ever regret. So that's just a little bit of my story. There's a little bit more, and I can share that all later. But I have to let you know that as a director, as a superstar director, I have my struggles too. And why am I feeling like I'm going to cry? That's not right. Is it this spot? I'm not getting though. I don't need them. I don't need them.
Passing of the baton.
I don't need them. So, I've had my struggles. Okay, you can cry for me. I've had my struggles. I've always looked up to a lot of my superstar director friends and director friends and people on my team that I admire and that I look up to, and I always have thought that they were, they were perfect in what they did, and they just ran things perfectly. And I know that's not how it is. I know that's not true, but you kind of always have that, you respect them and you look up to them. And I was really struggling, and I'm going to be honest with you, because being a leader in a business, even if it's your own business, being an owner and business owner and a leader is a hard job. It's a really hard job. And I was just struggling personally. And I kind of at Spring Sprint, if you were at Spring Sprint, you kind of heard me talk a little bit about it, but I hit this kind of wall. And it wasn't until Spring Sprint, when I was on the panel, that we talked about how we create this own wall for ourselves. And it kind of hit me like, wow, I really have created this wall for myself, and I've got to do something to get over it. I've got to change some of the things that I'm doing within my business, and I've got to move on and make myself better. And so instead of sitting and dwelling on that, and I had been struggling for a couple years, I'm not gonna lie. For a couple years I was really struggling and deciding whether I really wanted to stay within the company, which I knew I did, but I knew I had to change and do something different. So for me, I had to go back to how I felt in the beginning. Like, what was I doing in the beginning of my business that I loved and that I had a passion for and that I wanted to do every day, every minute of the day? What was I doing back then? And then I thought about that. I easily could recognize some of the stuff that I was doing. I was contacting people about hosting parties. I was contacting people about joining the company. I was doing all these, I was doing that all in the beginning, and 2 years ago I wasn't doing it. And so for me, that was one of the things. I had made goals when I first started the company. I had these goals and I reached them, and I never set any other goals. It was just kind of kept just going. Luckily, it kept going, but I didn't set any other goals for myself. And so that was another thing. I was kind of at the feel sorry for me stage, and everybody should feel sorry for me because I don't know why, but they should. And I just had to wake up. And so for me, this last year has kind of been this little makeover, business makeover thing. And so we thought it would be appropriate to go over a business makeover and how you could change some things within your business, especially with the spring, and how you can become better at what you're doing. You have to know that you're not alone in what you do, number one. You have your sponsor. If you don't have your sponsor here, you have a director. If you don't have a director, you have a star director. If you don't have a star director or director that you can get in contact with, you have a superstar director. And we care about you. Your line cares about you, so you have to put forth a little effort too. But we have, I have some things that we're going to talk about. How many of you, and you can be honest or you can be dishonest, I don't care. How many of you feel like you're in a slump right now? Okay. Okay. That is just, it's just overwhelming, a little bit. If you have a comment or you're in a slump.
I'm in a slump.
Yeah. We do. We get into slumps. And we have to figure out, unfortunately, what that slump is. And it's all personal. It's all within yourself. And it's all with you. What are you going to change? And maybe that's not a business slump. Maybe it's a personal slump, But you have to decide what that is. And you have to decide if you're going to change. Because the change is what's going to make it go away. Okay? So if you're in a slump, sit down and figure out what you want to do that's going to make you happy and do it. We're going to talk about some things for your business side of it that you can change. When they told me it was pampering your business or a makeover for your business, the first thing that I thought was like, oh, I love to get my hair done. I love to get massages. I love to get my nails done. Those are my pampering things that I like. So when I was thinking about that and comparing it to my business, I kind of had some fun little thoughts. So we're going to go over some of these. The first thing, I'm going to take your water first. It's probably because I had a whole cup of M&Ms for dinner on the way over. Which is another slump I'm in. Who knows? A bumpy slump. So we're going to talk about some of the different things with makeover. The first thing, obvious makeover, when you think of makeover, is the hair. It's funny because the theme, I've been watching some news, like Casie and Hoda, and they do the makeover and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool, that's so pretty. But I was relating to the hair part of the makeover as, I don't know if it's maybe you could relate it to your personality or your business style. So we're going to go over some of these, okay? So the first one could be frizzy hair. What if you had frizzy hair? What does that remind you of? This is going to be interaction, okay? I'm done with my...
Get tickets this way too.
Oh yeah, I'll give you tickets. So frizzy hair.
Stressed out.
Wild. Stressed out.
Disorganized.
Disorganized. Perfect. Anything else?
Freaking out.
Freaking out. Uncontrollable. Okay? Okay, we are not going to ask you if you're frizzy, okay? This is just for all our info. What about curly hair? What do you think of when you have curly hair?
Fun.
Fun. Good.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Organized.
Organized. Curly hair. Organized. Cute. Okay.
Cute.
I thought of energetic too.
Lucky.
Lucky. Curly hair. I do not have That's what it is. Very good.
Very reflective.
Reflective. This one, gray hair.
Old.
Old.
Okay, what?
Wise.
Wise, good.
Seasoned.
Comfortable.
Seasoned, comfortable.
Stressed.
Stressed. Knowledgeable. Okay, I got a little shy because I like to cover mine up. Yeah. So lazy. Okay.
Mine was got colored yesterday after how long?
Oh, don't go talk about that. Straight hair. I thought it boring, but
Shiny. Simple.
and it's nothing personal. Okay, nothing
Clean.
Clean. Good one.
Controlling.
Controlling.
Shiny.
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 Short, straight hair. I'm spunky.
And then what about this one? This one is totally me, even though I don't have them. Split ends. Okay, what do you think we need?
Oh, I need work.
Oh, indecisive.
Need a haircut.
Tired. That's a good one.
Another time management.
Neglected. Time management. Very good.
Distracted.
Yeah, I like that one. And me going too many places at one time. Yeah. Too many directions. I have so many directions to go. Overworked. There you go. Okay, so I thought that was kind of fun. The one thing that I love about this is that we can fix all that, right? When we go to the hair salon, I have the best hairdresser, I have to tell you. I won't tell your name unless you really want to know. You can come ask me later. But she is the best. And I totally trust her to do whatever she wants to do with her hair. I go, as long as she covers up my gray, which is all right through here, as long as she covers up, she can do whatever she wants. But I love that time with her, and I actually don't like changes. I like this look. I've had this look for I don't know how long. But I remember when I used to have hair clear down past my bottom, and then I got it cut off, and then I grew it out a little bit. But there's so much change you can do with your hair. You can color it, you can cut it, you can style it different. If you have long hair, you can pull it up, you put it in ponies, 2 piggies, or whatever. You can change it all the time. And so if you are any of these types of, oh, I just remembered, we forgot to give little things out. Who made a comment?
She's been giving them out.
Okay, good, thank you. If we're feeling frizzed or split-endish, that doesn't even make sense. If we're feeling split-endish or frayed or, gray, we can change it, okay? That's the cool thing about hairstylists. You can change it. So, whatever you feel like you need to do, if you're feeling that stress or whatever, you can change it. So we're going to talk about another step in makeovers, which is makeup. We're going to talk about some things you can do within your business. We're going to compare the makeup to our businesses. So the rest of the time, which I promise is not going to be very long, we're going to go through some of that. And I want you to think, as we go over these, what are some things that you can cut out of your business? Because I think as women, we tend to think we can do it all. I know I do. And so I had to quickly learn I have to cut out things, or I have to do my time management to be productive. Otherwise, I didn't want to do it all. I was getting to the point where I was like, I can't do all of this anymore, so I don't do anything. That's how I was feeling. And so I had to really sit down and go, okay, I gotta cut some things out so that I can get what I need done. The first thing, how many of you have had a makeover on your face? Okay, cool. Did you like it? Because I didn't like mine. I didn't like mine. It was just different. It was okay. It's fun, but I personally would rather not wear makeup at all. So, but I just do because I have too many blemishes, but whatever. So the first thing that you do when you have a facial makeover, they like to clean your face, right? And it's a crucial thing. So if you compare your business to a cleanse, like cleaning your face, what would you consider that to be?
Organizing.
Okay, organizing.
Get rid of old stuff that you don't need or, give it away.
De-junking,
Yeah.
okay? So de-junking, perfect. Or cleansing. Anybody else have comments?
Set up certain times for work.
Perfect. Setting up some times. I love that one. That's one that I really had to learn too, because I would work Sunday through Sunday, but for, 365 days a year for 5 years, and I was worn out. So I had to do that, and that was one thing that I did, and I set a schedule for myself. I work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I work Monday 8 to 3 while my kids are at school. Wednesday 8 to 3, kids are at school. Friday's an early day out. I get 8 to noon. I get off at noon on Friday. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days for me. So where I'll make my appointments, I'll do sometimes I'll make appointments to meet with like a potential recruit or something like that. But most of the time I get my hair done, my nails done, or whatever I need to. Or I'm just chilling, watching TV or whatever. So prioritizing. Okay, cleaning. Good. Very good. What are some, you guys have kind of already talked about some of those. And the other thing too is if you're gonna schedule out your how you're gonna work your business, you have to be professional about it, right? We have to, and that's something I never did. I babysat at home, like I said, and so I was professional with that. Why am I not professional with what I do now with Scentsy? And so I had to make adjustments and stick to that schedule. So it's easy to kind of stray away from that schedule. The other thing too that I found that I would do would be like, oh, okay, I have a business day in the office on Monday. I don't know what I'm going to do in the office. How many of you have done that? Like, I know I'm going to work, but I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. Okay?
Or I better check out
And
Facebook.
I'm still doing that. What are you checking out?
You just go to your team page, and your group, and then you start scrolling the news wall, and then pretty soon it's quitting time.
Yes.
Woo!
And dinner.
Good day at work.
And dinner was 3 hours ago.
Right.
Dinner.
We're going to McDonald's.
We're all there. Okay, we have to.
Money, right?
I was busy breaking it in.
I love it. It's so true though, right? It's so true. So if you're going to have a business day, make it productive. So give yourself a little schedule for that Monday. I'm still learning how to do that and what I want to do. It's going to be different for each of us. But if your Mondays are to call people for 2 hours on Monday while you're in your office at your home, if you're to call somebody for 2 hours, do it. Do it for 2 hours, be productive, and don't do anything else but that. So schedule yourself that time and do it, okay? I'm still learning how to do it because I can multitask, right? Okay, so we're all going to work on it this month, right? We're gonna
Cleanse our
start
business.
fresh. We're gonna cleanse our business. We're gonna make some adjustments that we need to become better workers.
To be the boss of ourselves.
Yes,
That's hard.
we have to be the boss of ourselves.
I have a really good boss.
Right there?
No,
yeah.
I let myself do whatever I
You
want,
just-
which is
yeah.
bad.
So this is the deal. It doesn't have to be like, if you're in the office from 8 to 5, whatever your schedule is. If you're in the office from 5 to 7 maybe because you work in the day full time. During 1 hour of your time in the office, do something productive. Make sure you're either calling, you're emailing people in your team. There's a lot we can do. It's just you have to find out what you're going to do and stick with that. And one other thing that I'll say, Cheryl, now that I forgot, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Well, I would
But-
say if you're going to be working in your office, you should do the things that you're going to be doing at parties. So sell, book, recruit.
Yeah.
Do those things that you're going to be doing if you were working at a party.
Mhm.
Good point.
Good point,
Do
yes.
you get a ticket?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
So, we all know how to cleanse, we just have to do it. I think that's the biggest thing. The next thing, and this is kind of ironic because my day today was just hectic. Actually, the last 3 days, but oh well. So I actually put my makeup on in the car on the way here, and I thought I should have waited to just put it on here because I could have talked about it and put it on, but then I would have to go to bed and take it off. So, the next thing that they do after they cleanse, you have to have a foundation, and the foundation is what allows the makeup artist to give her a drawing board. And so it's clean, and so when you put on your foundation, it gives her a good base to start. It gives us a good base to start.
It's a canvas.
It's a canvas. I thought it was interesting. I read something that I found online about the foundation, because I was like, really, what is foundation for? It says it's a barrier against pollutions and toxins, and I thought that was pretty interesting too. So we have to put our base on. So what is your base? One of the bases that I thought of, the foundation, is my why. So what is your foundation? What's your why? What is your base? Why are you doing what you're doing? If you don't have a foundation, everything that you do will not set up. So if you don't have a reason why you're doing this business, what are you doing parties for? I mean, you know what I mean? So make sure you have a why. If you don't have one, I would encourage you to go home tonight, or even here. It might even come to you while you're sitting here. Write it down. It doesn't have to be anything big. It can be something really simple.
I was just going to say, I think everybody here has a why. They sign the contract, and to do that, to sign a contract, you have to have a reason you're doing that. Maybe you don't know what that is yet.
Okay.
I mean, something in you triggered you to say, okay, I want to sell this. What was it? And finding that is what you need to do, because you have one. You just need to pinpoint it.
And sometimes it changes.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
It does
sometimes
change.
it does change.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think all the time it changes.
A lot.
It always
Every day.
Yeah.
So we have to be aware of that, you know, of the why, and create that good base, because that's what's going to motivate you to do your business and do it, okay? The next, I mean, I don't know if this is the right order that you get a makeover in, but the next big thing would be the eyes. Get eyeshadow and mascara and all that, and this was really important for me because your eyes, everything is seen through your eyes, and everybody sees you through their eyes. So you have to model what kind of a business you want, because people are watching. And it's people that are customers, people that are hosts, people that are, you know, they're watching you. And also it goes the other way. What are you watching? You know, and what are you focusing on? So are you keeping your eyes open for business all the time? Or those opportunities are out there all the time? Or are you focusing on those? Okay. Are you looking for the good in others as you see things? I think that's really important. I think in today's world there's not a lot of positivity. There's a lot of negativity, and you can see that on Facebook. You can see it, you know. I have a son who struggles. I don't know why, but he's getting better. He's getting better, but he has been a negative child, and it's been really hard for me. And so then I get frustrated, and I'm just like, ah, you know, that negativity builds up in me. And so are we looking for positivity? We should be. That should be the first thing that we're looking for. And when I just was praying one day, how am I going to help my son get out of this negativity thing? Well, my answer came was, instead of saying, how was your day today? The question is, what's the best thing that happened to you today? And so it's just changing a little bit of things. Are we doing that in our businesses? Are we being positive? Okay? Let other people see how positive you are, because that attracts people. You get attracted to that, the positivity. So make sure you're positive so people get attracted to you. Then there's blush. I don't wear blush. Maybe I should. Blush adds color to your complexion. What would blush remind you of?
Fun.
Okay, good, perfect.
The bow and the package.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Bow on a package,
The little extras.
the fun, the little extras, yeah, because I don't wear blush. I don't know, maybe I need it. I don't know. So,
Bringing
so
life to your business.
fun. Bring what?
Bringing life to your business.
Bringing life to it, yeah. When we were, how many of you guys were at Spring Sprint? Yeah. Okay, did you go? Well, of course you went to this part. It was the main part of the main session. The Scentsy charades, I thought that was the funnest thing, and I was like, I made a note to do that at a party, and we did it, and it was fun. It was so fun. The guests, every single one of them participated in it, and we had a blast. So have fun just at your parties, be a fun person, be energetic, add blush, right? Okay? Of course you cannot get a makeover without the brushes. They have all these fancy brushes and then they want you to buy them all, but oh well. I'm not gonna buy anything. But the brushes represent the tools that we have, okay? So what are some business tools that you have that you can make your business better?
Training center.
Training center, okay? Very good. It is amazing.
And
it's,
underutilized.
it is way
For all.
underutilized, yeah.
Directors.
Your directors, okay? Perfect.
Winner.
Your
testers.
Your testers, those are tools. Very good.
Your contacts.
Contacts.
Hello, my side of the room.
Absolutely. Yes.
My jacket.
Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Branding. Branding.
My too.
Facebook. Email. What about,
Pardon me, Linda.
what do you? Oh, there we go. What about our meetings, okay? This is cool. This is, I've been out of the meetings for a little while, and when we had our meeting as directors to start this again, or I was coming back again, whatever, I was so excited. I'm like, okay, I need this back in my life. And even though I might have one or two from my team here, I get to associate with all of you, and this is where our family is. Even though we're all the same teams, we have things that connect us together, and we should be utilizing those. So this is a huge opportunity for us and a huge tool, because we can learn to support each other, we can learn to help each other. We just have that many more people to go to and associate with. It's huge.
You have a question?
A question over here?
Well, just a
Comment?
All too often, we see things or we hear about people that they don't have any help, they're alone. And they don't make it in this business because they say that there's nobody helping them. Their director's not helping them, their sponsor doesn't help them. But we all have a responsibility to ourselves and our own businesses. And I want you guys to know I'm proud of all of you for being here because you've stepped up. And you've taken responsibility for your business by showing up, by being here, by calling your director, by engaging in our community. It's one of my aha moments this year is the importance of community. And we are a Scentsy community, and you guys, we can't have community without you, and you can't have community without us. This is really important.
And you get to learn, I'm almost done, that's perfect. You get to gain a lot of friendships within it too. That's one thing that's been huge for me. Some of my best friends are other consultants that I would have never ever met without Scentsy. And so for me, that is one of my hugest things. We have just 2 other topics and then we'll be done. Lipstick. I don't wear a lot of lipstick. I always thought it would be cute to have bright red lipstick, and I was almost going to wear a bright red lipstick, but I don't have any. So I got a red Sharpie. And I didn't. Sharpie? That would it wear off by church time? Because
You don't have lipstick quite match your paint.
but I do wear chapstick or I wear a gloss, and so the couple things that I had written down for lipstick were it makes your lips stand out, but on the same note, what you're saying out your mouth is huge, right? And whether you're talking, good or bad, whether you're talking about other consultants that are within our family, whether you're talking about people in your line, whether you're talking about customers, whether you're talking about your own family, your other businesses, the things that we say are huge and they impact somebody and they will remember the things that you say, especially if they're negative. So I just encourage you to use kind words, to be that positive person that people see and to uplift each other, okay? I just had a call from somebody on my team and I felt horrible and she was so upset, and I was dealing with that before I came over here, and it just broke my heart because I heard her say things that I was like, oh man. She was so upset with Scentsy and she was just sitting there ripping on him, and I'm just like, oh, that just breaks my heart. And I just said, I want to help you fix this. we're gonna fix it, and I wanna help you fix it. And so sometimes people just need that extra little positive thing. So be that person that says positive things, okay? And make your lips stand out for the better.
Positive penny.
Well, because we're family, and in a family, you don't tear your brother or sister down, right?
Depends on what
Once
they
you're
did to
past
me.
10.
So we can help each other, say
Absolutely.
nice things about each other.
That's right.
Or bite our lip and shut our mouth.
Yes, that's a good point. So, yeah, sometimes people just need a, "Oop, you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all." And that's what happened at my house the other day with my husband. I just said, I did too. I was like, I won't say anything. It's okay, we're good now. And the last thing is, I've always loved jewelry, and so the last thing that we thought about was earrings. And I like to wear big ones because with my short hair, I don't want people to mistake me for a guy. But so I always wear earrings. But people listen to. Are you a good listener? Is the last thing. So are you a good listener? Are you a good listener to your customers, to the people on your team, even to family?
I think
Yes.
you need to listen to the advice that you get when you come. I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't listen and take notes, I don't think it's going to do you much good.
Yeah, that's true. And sometimes those, like I could take a lot of notes too, but I think sometimes you'll hear something that just stands out to you. And those are really important things. And I think those moments come to all of us because when you're in certain moments or certain times of your life, different things pop out. I've noticed that. And so just be in tune to those things. Yes?
I've noticed, where you're talking to somebody and they're, like you said, talking about listening, you'll just get caught up in the moment, and then afterwards you think, gosh, boy, did I talk a lot. I should have been listening more.
Yeah.
And it's like,
So allow other peoples to talk. That did not come out right. Allow others to talk and you listen for a little bit. That's good. One other thing that I want to say about the listening too is turn all your attention to them. Like, oh, kids these days, they just, and sometimes even me, sometimes I'm texting while, yeah, okay, and I'm not completely there. So make sure that you are completely there and you're completely listening to the things that people are saying. I just think it's a respect thing. Our dinner table, no phones, nothing at our dinner table because I don't want to deal with it. And having kids go off on their own and come home and they're like, oh, I mean, it's how society is now. But we can still show respect and set it aside for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever it is, and listen. So my final thing that I'm going to talk about was I earned Founder Circle in one of, I can't even remember what year, I'd have to think really hard and I don't have time for that, but I earned a trip to Broadmoor Day Spa in Colorado. One of the most incredible trips that I've ever been on. And boy, were we spoiled. I mean, we lived in robes and we sat at the spa and we enjoyed it. And one of the last things that we did before we left was to get a facial and a makeover. And I didn't really like mine, but I enjoyed being pampered and I enjoyed that time. And I actually loved the mascara that they put on me, so I bought it. And it's a Bobbi Brown, and I can't even find it anymore. It makes me really sad. But one thing that I hope I have it. It might be in my purse. One thing that I got there, it's okay, it's all right. One thing that I got there, I loved, and it came with my mascara, and I've always put it up, and I wanted to show you because it's beat up. But I made you one for a handout today because I think it's really important that we take the time to remember these things, and it's just a little, actually I'm going to hand you guys, if I can get off this chair. And while I hand them out for you to take, I want you to each have one because it really meant a lot to me, and it was really just simple things. This says, spread beauty, do what you love what you do, keep it simple, laugh out loud, go with the flow, be real, focus on the positive, do your best, and just breathe. I think we sometimes forget those little simple things within ourselves, and those are what's going to make us change if we just can sit back and think of these. So I just wanted you to have it because I've had this up on my mirror since I went back, I think it was 2007 or 8, I think it was 2008. And it has just made a big difference for me. Whenever I go into the bathroom, I see it on my mirror, and I just take a breath, take a breather, and be simple, and just do your best at whatever you do. Make an impression on those people, but it's okay to be in slumps, but remember that you're the one that changes that. If you're struggling, you have people around you that care about you and are on your side and have been there and are going through it. So rely on them and turn to them, and everything will be okay. Just keep going. So thank you so much.
Okay guys, so now for some fun time. And we're going to break out for about 20-25 minutes, come back about 8:25, and we'll give you a handout to the rest of the door prizes and let you know what we're planning for next month. So we have 3 stations, and these are to pamper you, to show you the difference in pampering and not pampering your business. We'll have a hand massage station over here, so you can get your hand massage. We'll have a little nail station over here, and they'll put a little star or something on your nail if you want. It's not doing like both hands or anything, but they're cute and fun. And then in the kitchen, there's a hand waxing. You'll get to wax the hand and get that all smooth and pampered. So you can rotate through them. And then, like I said, afterwards, there's also the hostess packets over here. Make sure you look at that. And then there's the cookies, and there's soda and water back there. So help yourself.
Popcorn as well.
Oh, and popcorn. And there's an ice machine next to the soda. So it's down below in a covered thing. So, yeah. Okay, you guys are free to go. We'll call you back here at about 8:25.
Did you turn back on? Okay, the one thing that I forgot to tell you, and I just looked at my notes really quick, is don't compare yourselves. That's another huge thing that a lot of us do. Even as just as a person, it's easy to compare ourselves. Just be yourself, be unique, be authentic, like Scentsy is, and don't compare yourselves, although that's easy to do, but just work on those things. It doesn't happen overnight, like a change doesn't happen overnight. I'm still working on things, but just keep working at it and you'll get there. So anyways, that's the last thing I wanted to say. So have fun roaming around and eating.
Okay, so you can choose.
The believe lift.
Christy, what do we want to say?
I've always, that was my.
So we can either do regular nail polish, this one's already nail polish on. Okay, so this one's a sticker. And this is regular polish.
Because if you believe your can,
There's a little bit more.
Spoons, yes, hold on.
for a Facebook.
Keep your watch out.
Yeah.
Even if you put a little tiny dot, like
Yeah.
so you need trouble at work.
No, that's
You know, we don't want to, we don't want to put as a roommate.
You can't see it. How about this way?
Yeah.
So you need trouble at work.
No, that's
You know, we don't want to, we don't want to put as a roommate.
Behind it.
What's your number?
There. You can't see it. How about this way?